Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, Turbo has some great news. Not the type of news that's really going to impact this coin at all, but the type of news where you could potentially win some money. So we can see right here, Turbo pretty much said another day, another huge Turbo giveaway. Mint a trench toad NFT in the next 72 hours to enter our raffle. Winner gets 10K Turbo plus Turbo NFT. Second gets 5K Turbo. And then the last place gets 1K Turbo. So, if you do have one of these frogs, if you are invested or got them for free, then, for me, I think it is worth the risk doing. I don't know how many people are involved. It might not be that many. So it's worth a shot, right? It is worth a shot. Other than that, we do not have too much, um, you know, up too many updates right now. We will look at the price action. However, right, we can see Turbo is still fairly active. They post at least 2 to 3 times a day on social media, which is more than enough. If we go on Turbo and we actually look at the latest, we can see even now it is very, very active. Now, see Turbo Trump, we can see people are trying to copy Turbo, which you know what? Some people don't like this, but for me, at the end of the day, this is only going to give Turbo, you know, extra reps and it's going to give it more attention ultimately. Because we all know at the end of the day, the real Turbo is Turbo. And people that are new, they might be confused. They might, get involved with the other coin. But they're going to click, just the way I did on Turbo like this, and they're going to realize eventually that we are the real Turbo. And I believe they will obviously join the ship, right? They will obviously join the ship and buy our Turbo. Now, look, right now, it's kind of the same thing at the moment. It's literally same, right? We have one big green day and then we start slowly selling off. Now, I see people being very, very impatient, which I mean makes zero sense. You are about to be making lots of money over the next few months and especially during altcoin season. If you are not happy, you can simply take your money out of crypto and go to a bank and get 2 to 3% a year. It is that simple, right? Some of you need to lock in, and that is the reality, okay? Some of you need to lock in and realize the position you're in and how lucky you are to be where you are because there's so many people that don't even know about this, that don't even know about crypto, that don't play with crypto, that are going to be buying very, very late. And you're in fairly kind of early. Are you in the earliest? I'm not sure. It's different per viewer, but even if you got in right now, there's still a very high probability on the lowest, worst case scenario, you're going to make 10x your money in the next few months. And the fact that you can't even be patient just a couple more weeks, a few short months, it really shows bad signs of your mental because that shows me you're also more likely to be prone and blinded and tunnel visioned when turbo will be pumping, right? When turbo will be pumping during altcoin season in specific, I have a feeling that some of you are going to be too blinded by the very, very big green days and you will not sell, which at the end of the day, that is on you. You are responsible to sell. You know me, I keep it real, right? I keep it real. I just want the best for my snipers. I want the best for you guys. And, I've seen some red flags in the mentalities, and I just don't want you guys to get wrecked. Like, seriously, like, think about it. Even the craziest thing, even if you bought Turbo on Friday earlier in the day and you sold somewhere anywhere, like let's say here, right? You could have made 12% in a day. You do realize that is better than what most banks would give you after 4 to 6 years of being invested with them. Like you realize this, right? Or if you put it in the S&P 500, which averages what, like let's say 7% a year, you would have got that in a year and a half. Well, you got it in a single day with Turbo. And the crazy thing is, that's nothing crazy in the crypto markets. So mental is important, right? Some of you guys need to lock in because you will be your worst enemy. Now, look, let's talk about turbo analysis, right? We talked about how there are these daily order blocks that turbo is kind of going off of. And, turbo is selling off of these areas. For more confirmation, ultimately, I want this high over here at 0.0118 to be taken out. I want a new high like this, and then another lower high, or sorry, a higher low getting created so we can have something like this, right? Go up a little bit down, and then we continue going up. At the moment, it's just kind of a middle ground, right? Does it ultimately matter in the end? Not really. All of this is micro moves, but I know you guys like the micro moves, right? It can't be a big news day for Turbo every day, and that is just the way it is. I still have my sniping buying opportunity at roughly 0.0075. That is where I think Turbo could have its final big sniping pullback. We do have the weekly candle all the way down at 0.006, but I don't think it's a likely play. I think it is not going to happen, but we will have to see. If anything, I will do an aggressive entry, right? These red days do not scare me, right? It is slow conditions right now because it is the weekend, but a big red day or a couple red days is just a buying opportunity for me. And that needs to be your mindset overall when it comes to markets. Red equal buy, green equal sell. Now, you don't literally have to sell on the green day, but that is the general point. All right. Because a lot of people buy on green days when you could just buy on the red day and get it for cheaper, you know? So I understand it's hard to switch the mentality. You get fear of missing out. And a lot of you also do not understand the charts. It is why I am here. It is also why I help my Discord very, very often mark up charts, answer questions, talk to them. That is why I am here. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, right? Ultimately, I love Turbo, right? And I think this project is going to do great. I believe, we can do wonders with this coin. Some people, don't believe in it, which I mean, fair enough, but there's no reason to not believe in it. Everyone has their own price target, right? You need to make your own plan of where you want Turbo to be and where you want to exit. Now, obviously, I've seen people say Turbo is going to hit $5. Literally not possible, right? You are going to get wrecked if you think Turbo is going to hit anything higher than like 75 cents. I don't like a dollar is already what 69 billion market cap or something like that. $5 would be Turbo make Turbo like the second or third biggest coin. People don't understand price. People do not understand price, and it is a very scary concept. I understand why though. I've been this way before, right? I've been this way before of where I was like, wait, my coin has so many zeros. If it just hits even a cent, I'll be able to retire. Now, that was me many, many years ago. So I don't blame you for thinking the same way. But you have to understand that is just not how the crypto markets work. Listen, I marked up a few areas, right? And this is what you should be doing, right? Personally, there are many strategies, and I'm going to be looking to be selling everything pretty much at once. But you could have just zones where you have certain areas where you're taking profit, right? You could have a zone over here at 5 cents, 10 cents. Every 5 cents, let's say you have a zone, and every 5 cents you cash out. Let's just say in this scenario, 15%, right? You cash out 15%, which I think would be a great play because I said Turbo can hit up to 30 cents on a realistic, expectation, right? So if we had something like this where you're cashing out, 15% here, that's 30, this is 30%, and then boom, another 30%, you're out 60%, and then you pretty much sell, you're at 90% done, and then you can sell the rest of your position here or even a little bit higher at 35. Like this could be a great strategy. We will talk about sell strategies in the future, but you need to be prepared. Okay. You need to be prepared. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Not too many updates. If you want the NFTs, then, make sure to go do what they said on Twitter. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.